just having a play about. Hiya, welcome. This is my first ever guitar video. This is not a lesson by any means, because I don't know what I'm doing. If you watch my 2022 video, and someone commented quite rightly so that the Epiphone, the ES3355, the ES355 next to me was out of tune. It was. I sort of knew that. I've been playing guitar on and off a little bit, and I could sort of hear it was out of tune a little bit, but I didn't want to stop the video. It was only an introductory video. This is my very first guitar video. This is not a tutorial by any means. I don't really know what I'm doing myself. It's a bit cold in here, so it's not conducive to great guitar playing anyway. This video is more of a, if you've got a guitar for Christmas, it's January 2022. I don't know what it is, the 10th, 17th, whatever it is. We're halfway through Jan. We're at the beginning of Jan, sorry. I want it to go so quick. I hate Jan and Feb, miserable. I'm very positive today, though. I've done a few bits and pieces, which I'll talk about at another time. But I thought I'd shoot down the little garden bar in my garden, grab the guitars and have a little play and have a little warm up. So what this is like a commitment video, almost my video to you people there watching. If you've just bought a guitar, got some gift vouchers for Christmas, bought a guitar, got a guitar, electric, acoustic or whatever, or ukulele, let's make a commitment to each other right here, right now. Let's learn some chords together. I'm not going to teach those chords, by the way. Now, I've signed up. If you watch my 2022 introductory Happy New Year video, you'll see that I was touring with a couple of different sites. I've gone back to my dear friend Justin. I called him Justin Sandico. I watched a video the other day of his. He calls himself Justin Sandico. So anyway, Justin Sandico, I've signed up for his online course. It's free. He's got an app that you pay for. You can donate on the course as well if you want. But currently I'm working my way through his online course. I've not touched it yet. Let me just show you the book that I bought ages ago. Put that to one side. I've got my own little book. This is a handy little thing to do. Get yourself a little folder. If you're going to play guitar this year, get yourself a little folder. That's all falling apart now. Print out some chord sheets and some lyrics and stuff like that for yourself. Because the best way to learn guitar, as Justin says, is you've got to play some stuff that you like. It's no good ponting about with songs you don't like. This is all falling apart now. Do that later on. This is the guitar book, of one of many I bought, but this is the guitar. Justin, it's quite old now. That's invaluable in bookshops, but music shops. You can buy it online. If you go to Justin's website, it's online. So what we're going to do, people, we're going to follow this book through from beginning to end. And we're going to follow, this is what I'm going to do anyway. And if you want to follow along with me, feel free. We need to sort of commit to it. It's no good if we sort of commit to it. If you comment below and you say, yeah, we're up for it, we're up for it. Put your name below. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to learn some basic chords. So now, whatever the date is today, let me find out, hang on. It's the 9th today, so it's the 9th of Jan today. So from now till the 9th of Feb, let's commit to each other here, right now. There's a song. Right here, right now. Let's commit today. Let's follow Justin's course, okay? This is the course I'm going to follow. If you follow a different course, actually, let me know if it's any good. I've done this on and off, but we've got to make commitment. You've got to stick with it, okay? Now, I've been playing guitar for a couple of years, but as someone said the other day, have I? No, I haven't. I played for a bit, and then I gave up. I've had a guitar, I've owned a guitar for a couple of years. Right, so from now till the end of this month, till the beginning of Feb, we need to learn these chords, and we need to do the chord changes. So what we're going to do, follow Justin's course. I think it's module 1, the beginner's course, right? We need to do in this book, we need to do, forget about the first bit about picks, guitar anatomy, making the most of it, blah, blah. We are going to do the D chord. I can do the D chord shape, they're called shapes. So we're going to do the D chord. We're going to do the A chord, and there's various methods of doing that. Look on YouTube and look on Justin's website. The D chord, the A chord, the E chord. Then he's got a bit in this book about the anchor fingers for A, D, and E. So the anchor fingers are keeping a finger down and just moving 2 or 3 fingers. Someone said to me the other day when I was playing guitar on my 2022 video, I was thinking about the guitar, and someone said to me, oh, you're playing busker chords. I looked busker chords up and I could see what he meant. Justin calls them rock chords. They're a G chord, which Noel Gallagher uses, so you keep the 2 fingers down, and you drop the 2 fingers down a string, and it becomes a C add 9, but it's what Noel does. It's sort of like a bit of a lazy way of playing, but it's a very good way forget about that for now. We'll stick with this. We're going to do the D chord, the A chord, the E chord. We're going to do anchor fingers for A, D and E. 4 to the bar strumming. Ignore that. Then we're going to do A minor, E minor, D minor, G chord, C chord. So there's a lot to learn. D chord, A chord, E chord, A minor chord, E minor chord, D minor chord, G chord, C chord. I'll repeat. D, A, E, A minor, E minor, D minor, G, C. Learn those chords. You've got 1 month, 4 weeks, learn those chords. Yeah? Bit of pain to be. Right. Learn those chords. I'll learn them with you. And we'll have a little... what I was going to say was, I think someone said somewhere you've got to do about 10, 15 minutes practice every single night. Now, my commitment to you and your commitment to me is to pick up the guitar for 15, 20 minutes every single night. If you miss a night, the next night then becomes twice what you've missed, okay? So if you miss 15 minutes training one night, the next night you got to do 30 minutes. And it goes on and on and on. If you can't commit to every single night, maybe every couple of days do an hour, every couple of days do an hour, every couple of days do an hour. When we touch base and we meet up again at the end of the month, nice short fingernails, you should have nice hard bit of skin on your fingers. It makes it a lot easier to play the guitar. So let me have a little go. I can't even remember the chords fully myself. I'm going to grab a pick here somewhere. I have a little pick somewhere. As I said, on my acoustic I like to use the thin pick. 0.3 or 0.7, whatever it is. What's this one? 0.73. Jim Dunlop, 0.73. I think it's tuned. This is the, I don't know if you can see it, that's the chord goes on about the buskers, where you keep your 2 fingers at the bottom there, and you just do a G like that. If you drop these 2 fingers down, leave these 2 anchor fingers, what you call anchor fingers, leave these 2 in place, and just drop your 2 fingers down. It becomes then what people call, it's a bit of a lazy C add 9 actually. You don't play the top string, you play the rest of the last 5. The G, you play all the strings. C add 9. Then you go like that. You'll see what I mean by the anchor fingers. So you lift these fingers up. I'm not going to train you now, but I don't know what I'm doing myself. One little tip that Justin says, it can be a bit annoying. One little tip that a lot of guitar tutorials tell you, guitar teacher will tell you. For instance, I'm doing a D chord right there, right now, another song. I'm doing a D chord there. If you play them individually, you can see how well they're ringing out. I can do a little bits and pieces. I haven't picked the guitar up for years now, so I'm just sort of warming up. Grab the cap on there. As I said before, get yourself one of these little capo things. Yeah, this is a Kaiser. I think it's made by Kaiser. This is a nice one. And it helps to, you can up and lower the key. So if you want to alter the key of the guitar, of the song, for instance. So those couple of chords I played just there, you put it just below above the fret there. You play the same thing. Completely making that up, I ain't got a clue what that was all about. My tip to you, grab hold of this guy's website, go onto his website, Justin Sandico's website, sign up. It's just it's free to sign. The only thing downside I will say, it's not complicated. There's so much on there. It's been going for years, this guy, and there's so much on it. Can be a little bit complicated. You're looking for module 1, beginners series, module 1. You can diversify onto rock, pop, folk or whatever, but stick to the normal right at the beginning. I'll put a link below actually. Right at the beginning there's a module 1, series 1 I think it's called. Work your way through that. If we can do module 1 together in a month's time, then we'll tie it back here again and I'll do another video. If there's some positive comments below, we might do I can do a YouTube live we can grab our guitars and have a little play. Even if it's just one person, not bothered. So I can play a couple of chords. I can't sort of remember half of them. I did get it at one point, but if we put it on the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we put that down there, I think that's when you start playing the that's wrong. I don't know what I'm playing at the moment. Whatever I'm thinking about. As I said, this is not a guitar lesson. This is sort of me putting a video live. By putting a video up on YouTube, I sort of mean I need to commit really, don't I? Because I make it a little bit of an idiot if I don't commit. So what I'm going to do, and if you want to follow along as well, we'll meet up in a month's time, approximately. Pop on and let's get together and see how you've improved. So now I've done this video, I need to sort of crack on and do a couple of chords every night, I think. I don't know, I can't actually play it off the cuff right now because I've got my books just fell apart. I'll show you what I've got actually. When you've done a couple of chords, try and do all those chords that I mentioned. There's quite a lot there to do, and if you've never done them before, it's quite... Oh, you'll get there, you will get there. And look at Justin's website, and it talks about anchor fingers. So one chord, you'll hold down the 3 fingers, then what you'll do, you move 2 fingers, leave the other finger sitting down as an anchor. That will create the next chord. I've got a load of books here, none I can play. If you're really desperate, you can sort of grab this book, one of these type things from the bookshops. 4-chord songbook. And this particular one's got C, G, D, E minor. So, you know, basically if you can do those sort of chords in a month's time, you can play these sort of tracks. But a lot of songs are not just the chords, it's the strumming pattern as well. Justin and a lot of guitar players, they make it look easy. I mean, Justin can pick up a guitar and make one chord sound good, you know? By doing some fancy things with it. One chord, he can do a song. Us beginners, we can't. I mean, Brown Eyed Girl, for instance, is G, C, G, D, G, C, G, D. Hey, where did you go? Blah, blah, blah. A very, very basic version of All I Want Is You by U2. Great song. G, C, G, C. G, C, G, C, E minor. So, see, I can't remember. I don't even know. Take this capo off. I think I've tuned this guitar up. So, G, C, G, C. So it's like, so that you can play. If you can do what that guy said on in the comments, you can do what's called a busker's G or a rock G. So you've got 2 fingers at the bottom there, 2 fingers at the top. And all you got to do is drop the 2 fingers down to create the C or C add 9. Cheating a little bit, but. I'm not sure if you can see my fingers on the fret at the moment, it's out of range of the camera from where I'm sitting. I think you can. Anyway, so what I did there, I did the C like the rock C, the busker C or whatever you want to call it, a G, sorry, with my 2 fingers at the bottom. Then I dropped them down to the C. When I went later on into the E minor, then I went into the C, then went back to a different, I created a different G shape there. Idea if that is any good or if that's right. I quite like that little tune. It helps if you like the track or you like it's no good learning a song or chords that the the music you don't really like, you know. I took guitar lessons years and years and years and years and years ago, and the guy sat me in his sort of little studio place, and we started learning Tracy Chapman, well out of my depth actually. Tracy Chapman Fast Car, I think it is, or whatever it's called, well out of my depth. And I was like, what the? And I don't really like the track. And it's not bad, but it's not my cup of tea, really. So I sort of spent weeks learning this track I didn't even like, and that's well out of my depth. I didn't even know the chords. So I think my other I bought some vouchers, gift vouchers for these lessons, and once the vouchers died away, I sort of packed it in. But yeah, one-on-one tuition, I think, is the way to go. For now, anyway, I thought I'd pop in and tell you what I've done. I've signed up for justinguitar.com beginners course. I'm going to do the module 1. I might buy the app. The app's a monthly fee. The app's quite good, I think, because on your phone or your tablet, you can get some backing tracks with it as well. He does guitar backing, piano backing, and bits and bobs to create a track, so you actually feel like you're playing along to something. So stick with me, let's go for it, yeah? This year, 2022, let's learn some chords, and let's learn some chord changes. Let me read them out again, I bore you. One more time. These are the chords we want to try and learn. If it's too much, just stick with these chords. G, C, D, E minor, G, C, D, E minor, and then we can maybe do a couple of tracks out of this book. But if you want to do the whole lot, a month, there's only 4, we're halfway through already. As I say, go on Justice Soundaco's website. For beginners module, I'll put a link below. I'm sort of talking to myself really. D chord, A chord, E chord. So I've got to try and learn those better. Get them sounding better. I can do the chords, but they need to sound better. I've got a few dead strings, dead notes. A minor, E minor, D minor, G, C. Right, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see how this little thing's going. I've got a new lead for this. Oh, and that's guitar stroke. Got a new lead for this, but I think it's the amplifier. The acoustic amp is not brilliant, I don't think. So a little bit of feedback there. Let's do that. Let me have a little go. See if I can play the chords. I've not set the amp up right, so let's have a little go on this. I've not really played this guitar much since I got it. Let's do that again on this one. Lucky mess here. I've got to have a little tinkle. Excuse the picking on there. Ah! I said pick in my mouth. Oh. I have got a music stand under the seat where I'm sitting actually. So I'll dig that out when I get a chance. See if I can play this. Plugged in there. See what this sounds like, so. Actually sounds out of tune. I don't know if I tuned this guitar up before I started. I wasn't going to use this guitar. Well, let's have a quick go, hang on. Oh, look at that. As I said before, these little tuners, maybe I snark. I know what you want. E, A. D. D, G, C. Got a lot of feedback with this at the moment. What are the old tones? What's the old tone doing? set this up. I've got to get an amplifier for this proper. I'm using my acoustic amp at the moment. I don't think it does any favours. Let's have a little look. Lot too much reverb on there. It's turn the reverb and I went down. I can't really see it. To chorus. Turn this crap off. Oh, that's a little. You say you want. Oh, I am gonna. Doesn't sound too bad. A bit loud. I need to get a friend of mine round here to look at this and set it up for me, I think. You say you want all the prices we made. Must stop there. Not having this at the moment, it needs setting up his guitar, I think. I have to sort of do that indoors, I think, in a week. Listen, I've got feedback, I'm sitting next to it and the amp needs sorting out. Let's turn the bloody amp off. Get on this. Go back to the old trusty, I think. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? It is. You say you want diamonds on a ring of gold. You say you want stories to remain untold. All the promises we make from the cradle to grave. More practice required. I'm just getting over my sore throat about the weekend. I'm gonna go turn off now. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna edit this video actually quite a bit because I don't know what it sounds like. I'm gonna thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe. Join me on the guitar journey if you fancy it. I've got a lot of other stuff going on at the moment as well. But I'm gonna do a couple of videos every now and again, 2 or 3 a month, I think, on the old guitar. So I'll see you in a few weeks' time. I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. I'll do another little video. Get those chords under your belt and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Cheers.